Hi, in this video I'll be sharing with you simple way that you can identify your trade entry level. What is this simple way? In this particular video I'll be showing a few examples of imbalance and how you can capitalize on it to become what? The profitable trader. So looking at this price scenario, you realize that price left this zone, price went here. So after price reverse from this zone, after price reverses from here, and there's already a point here. So this is my point A and this is my point B. So I had to connect my trend line because I need these 2 points to connect my trend line. So having done that, knowing too well that this is the price is maintaining a position. So if this price now break out of this zone, so might retest it and then will continue buying to the upside. Okay. However, there is a way to come into this trade earlier before this price movement. And what is the way of doing that? You can see that here I have identified this zone as my demand zone. So which other way can I come into this trade? Is that I identify my fair value gap. So here is a typical fair value gap. So I will mark out this fair value gap so you can see it correctly. So these zones you are seeing, this is a fair value gap. If you don't understand what fair value gap is, you can check our previous video on this channel where we discussed about fair value gap. So here we have our fair value gap. Having established this, what do we need? What do we do? The next thing is for us to wait for price to pull back into this fair value gap. So you will now realize that price left that zone here and pull all the way to the upside. So you can see the movement of price to this zone, and then price now return back into the fair value gap. So you see that return of price. So if you observe carefully, you realize that price fill into that gap. Almost 80%. The price fill the gap 100%. Look at what happened. You see this week? The price return, fill into it. See where the gap begins from. This is where the gap begins. So you see how price fill it. So price fill in this imbalance completely 100%. There are situations whereby price will fill half of it, that is 50% of it, and reverse, and later pull back in the future to come and fill it. So in this case, price pull back and fill 100% of it. And as that happens, you are waiting to make your trade entry. What is your trade entry? You are looking for a candlestick confirmation. So in this case, we'll have a pin bar candlestick formation. So you can see this pin bar, and this is exactly how we were able to come into this trade entry. So after the close of this pin bar, your buy entry should have been here, right? So that is our buy entry zone. I saw this late, and that is why I couldn't enter earlier. So this is where my buy entry is. Then what is the next thing I will do? I will now carefully pick up my trend line, because this price is going to continue in an up movement. It should be able to respect this zone. So I've picked up my trend line and I've marked this particular point. So what has happened? This is my point A here, and then this is my second touch. This is my point B. So even if price reverses from this zone, if price reverses from here and come into this trend line and then break out of this to the upside, I will have another buy entry around this zone. So this is how exactly you can profit trading this strategy. And I believed you have learned something new. Please do not forget to give this video a like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you'll be the first to get notified when we upload our next video. And if this is going to change the direction, price should be able to do what? Price will move from this zone now. Price will break down, retest it, and continue to the downside. This is simple and it is straightforward. I believe you have learned something new. Please do not forget to like, share this video, and see you in the subsequent video.